Hey guys, what's up? It's Ali Goodwin, and today I'm here with Julia from ThereGoesInfinity, and we are making a video on everything you need to know before your first semester of college. I'm a sophomore and I am a film major, and then Julia is a freshman and she's a business major. So I thought it'd be really cool to have the perspective of a freshman beginning her first year of college, and me, who I've already experienced a year of college, just to tell you what to expect and some tips that we've learned so far in our college experience.
Awesome.
So yeah, let's get into the video. One really important thing to know about classes that's very different from high school is that classes are a lot more strict. In high school, you probably only have 30 kids in your classroom and you know your teacher pretty well, but in college you might have huge lecture classes of several hundred kids, and your professors aren't going to be as understanding if you miss class or miss tests. So it's so important to be on time with all of your assignments and to show up for every class day. I know in one of my classes, if we ever miss a class or miss a test, we're not able to make up the test unless we have written proof that we were in the hospital or that we were at a funeral or something like that. So they definitely are a lot more strict on those types of things.
So I actually haven't taken any tests yet in college, so that's a really good thing to know, because especially my family travels a lot. And so so far I haven't had to go anywhere, but it is good to know that in advance so I can make sure that I'm here for my test days and planning things out and just staying organized with all of it. I feel like that's so important.
For sure.
A lot of them do give out a lot of freebies, so t-shirts, water bottles, all stickers, just everything, even free food. Definitely take advantage of that because it will go away after the first few weeks in part, so enjoy it while you can, I guess.
Definitely. Yeah. I bought a ton of UT clothes and backpacks and stuff before coming, and then when I came I got so many free UT shirts. I did not need to buy that much UT stuff before coming, so you'll get a ton of free stuff and it's fun.
Oh yeah.
One of my big tips, especially for your first semester of college and for the first week, is just to go to every event possible. Your dorm will host tons of events and your major will host tons of events, and you just never know where you're going to meet your friends. And I'm sure it will be a stressful, a busy time of college at the beginning of the year, but meeting my friends saved me. I was so stressed, and then once I had a good group of friends, I just felt so much more relaxed about college. So the best way to meet friends is just to say yes to everything, even if you're feeling tired or stressed, just to go to as much social events as possible.
I totally have felt that. It is really overwhelming, the whole just kind of finding your place, and I'm kind of in the process of joining several organizations right now. So I'm just kind of finding my place with all of it, really. So one of the tips that I had actually regarding to organization was I like to make a table of contents actually on the inside of all of my notebooks. So what I do is I number off my pages, and I love moleskin journals a lot. So I got a pack of them. And I just number off the pages right before I started the class, and so I can make a table of contents and do color coordinated things. So it's I can use yellow for notes I took at home, or pink for ones I did in class, and it just helps me stay a lot more organized. And especially when I've had to go back and recover topics and stuff, it helps that I can have a specific way of doing that.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's so helpful. I might have to steal that too.
Yeah.
My notebooks are definitely super disorganized, and I have to ruffle through tons of pages to find what I'm looking for. Yeah. So that would be super helpful to make sure you know where everything is.
It saves a lot of stress too, I have to say.
Yeah.
I really have to say that.
Yeah. One big thing I feel people stress a lot about is picking their major. I know that's the really big question before coming to college, where are you going and what's your major?
Yeah.
But do not stress about it. I have half of my roommates in my apartment have since changed their major or came in undeclared and have now found their major. Your advisors are amazing about working with you for your major.
Yes.
One of my friends had no idea what she wanted to do, and she spent her whole first year just taking tons of different classes and tons of different majors, and now she has a major that she's so excited about.
Nice. Yeah. Go her.
So you can definitely change your major if you don't like it, and you want to make sure to take classes in your major your first year to really experience your major and decide if you want to stick with that major.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I've even just in the few weeks I've been here, I've kind of been learning more and more. So I feel very committed to marketing now, but we do an intro class in business where it's a business careers kind of class. It's called BA 101. So most of the time you take it in the spring, and essentially what it is it breaks down all the 8 different majors within business.
That's cool.
And so you get to do a little bit of study and learning in each of them, which is super cool. Like, I think that's really unique. Since we're talking about classes, I wanted to add on that claiming credits for like AP exams or IB or even community college, like make sure you do that ASAP. If you're not sure about how to do it, talk to your academic advisor. I set up an appointment with mine on Monday, so I'm gonna go over there and be like, hey, which of these credits do I need to claim and which ones don't I? Because I think at UT, if you claim your credits, it'll push you further ahead with your degree and you get to register earlier, which helps a lot in getting classes that you want. But another thing too is that claiming those credits will also help you figure out where the gaps in your schedule are, and it gives you kind of an idea of like going back and looking over it all, like, hey, what did I actually do well in high school or like in community college or wherever you're coming from. It does give you a really big boost to redeem those as soon as you can.
One big thing that I like really wish I knew is that college is expensive. Of course, tuition costs money, but there are also lots of like little costs that I definitely didn't think about. Textbooks are expensive and they hit you right at the beginning of the semester. And then also you just should budget for your college year. I think there's tons of organizations that cost money. If you want to join a sorority or even just a club, they can be as cheap to like $20 a semester, or sororities I know can be a couple thousand. So if you know you want to join things like that, definitely be prepared for that. And then just have some money to do fun things in the like city of your college. Austin has tons of like cool places to eat, and I know I spend way too much money on food, but it's definitely worth it.
Oh my gosh, yes. I've gone out, even though I have a meal plan, like I've gone out a couple of times, and it's honestly, it's so great. Like, it's a great way to like connect with other people, and especially if you make some new friends. I feel like that's such an easy way to like get together and kind of sit down and know more about each other. And I think like my next tip is talking about being open to meeting new people. I felt like at orientation, the first day, I was super shy. Like I didn't know how to introduce myself to new people and stuff, and I was kind of like, oh, it's gonna be weird, because in high school, it felt more weird to go up to someone and be like, hi, my name is so-and-so, like, you know? But in college, people are so much more open to it. Like, they'll literally just walk up to you and be like, hey, what's, like, I'm blah, 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 I'm studying this, and they're just so more open to meeting new people, I feel like, and so it's just, it kind of breaks down a lot of those barriers that you had in high school possibly. So definitely take that time to meet new people. I think it'll help in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. It's like not weird at all to just like go up and introduce yourself to people. Especially on the first day of class, I always like survey and like find someone who looks nice and sit by them, and then you can totally introduce yourself. One thing I do, I've talked about this in my videos before, I always carry gum with me because it's like an easy icebreaker to be like, do you want a piece of gum? And then just introduce yourself, so it's not like random.
Oh, that's so smart. Oh my gosh.
Kind of going off of meeting people, it's so helpful to have friends in your major. Last year I really didn't have a lot of friends within my film major, but this year I've met so many people within my major, and it's so nice to like have friends in your major classes, and especially with mine because we always have to like get in groups to make films, and it's just nice to have like friends who like know what you're talking about and know what your classes are like because they're in them too.
So true. Oh my gosh, so true. I think like any kind of, it's really tough, I feel like, freshman year, because you're taking those like general classes, you know, where it's like you don't really know, like the person sitting behind you could be an engineering student and the person sitting next to you could be studying like biochem or something like that. Like, it's just completely different ballparks. And so obviously like you don't want to close yourself off to one major, but it does help tremendously to just be around people that are in the same classes as you. And this is actually kind of funny, but I have a friend that I met at orientation, and we ended up taking almost the same exact schedule, like same class times, and just crazy coincidence. So it's really cool that she's in business too, and we're able to kind of study and like talk about things, and it's cool to just have some, like, at least a couple people to be in your support network, because you definitely, I can feel it already, like I'm gonna need those people to reach out to.
For sure. Which,
another thing too about reaching out is, my final thing is like, just call your parents once a week. I really feel like it's such a little cutout of your full-time schedule, and I feel like they really appreciate it. They, especially, or if you have friends that you're close with too that you'd rather talk to, like talk to somebody at least from back at home. It'll really help with easing any kind of homesickness or so. I usually call my mom just like, you know, 5-10 minutes once or twice a week. She'll send me like pictures of our dog at home and stuff, so it's like, so yeah, it like just really helps me out. So it's kind of nice to remember who the people close to you are and make sure that you're giving them all of the love you can, no matter what.
Definitely. For sure. Yeah, college is weird because you go in most of the time knowing nobody, so it can be super comforting just to even have, like you said, a 5 or 10 minute talk with someone that knows you like the most, and whether that's like a friend or your parents. And I think people forget too that college is hard on parents as well. They miss you and they're sad that you're gone, so definitely call your parents is a great tip.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yes.
Alright, that concludes all of our tip. I hope you guys found this video helpful and enjoyed it. And definitely make sure to check out Julia's channel. I will link it below, and I will also link the video we did together on her channel below. It's like a big Q&A all about college and some specific stuff on UT, so you'll definitely want to watch that if it's going to be your first year. And yeah, I will see you guys next week with a new video. Is there anything else you want to add?
Oh gosh, I mean, I really think that's it. And thank you so much for coming over to and filming with me. Like, this has been really, really fun. So yeah.
All right, bye.